Hi, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why you see that disclaimer in my YouTube description and why I frequently give a reminder at the beginning of my taps saying that you are responsible for your well being and that if you don't feel better through tapping or if something comes up for you that you feel you can't handle, to seek professional assistance or support. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think it's important to know why we say this. And that's because there is the potential for tapping, even if you're just tapping on something that you don't think that is that big of a deal, to bring up either increased emotions or maybe a thought or experience or a memory that you don't want to think about, maybe that you'd even forgotten. And there's always a balance, to be honest, that we EFT practitioners who work in public spaces like this or do things on YouTube in getting this information out there, because I know we all believe that EFT is the safest, most effective, and gentle technique to deal with trauma or painful emotions, while also wanting people to have the autonomy as to when they get to decide to tackle those things, while also not wanting to freak people out. So it's my belief how one of the things I think about is that if tapping is going to trigger something, so could seeing something in public, being at a grocery store, overhearing something surprising you. And so at least when you are trying something out like this, you are also doing the thing through tapping that is most likely to help you in that moment. So if you ever do feel more triggered or something comes up for you while using EFT or watching any one of these videos, I want you to do two things that are most important. One is to keep tapping, and the second thing is to remember to keep your eyes open. Sometimes our tendency is to kind of close our eyes and tune in to something, and then makes it harder to realize this is where I am in the present. And so if you keep your eyes open to give yourself that reminder and continue tapping through the points, you will feel better. And if not, please reach out to myself or another trusted professional. Another thing I invite you to consider, and this is an invitation only because this is my thoughts and opinions and you don't have to believe in them yet or ever, but our brains are so powerful. That is why it can literally cause us to forget things, experiences, those memories that we wish we didn't have. And one of the things I think about when something comes up for me, and maybe you don't resonate with the trauma, maybe it's not even a memory, maybe it's just that you start feeling more scared or more anxious, it's that we get to choose to be ready in those moments, because when we know our bodies and brains are so protective of us, when that thing decides to come up, when we are consciously reminding ourselves, I am capable of handling this, I am strong enough to handle this, I've got this, we are much more likely to, in fact, get through that thing. And again, being strong enough, being capable enough does not mean that you do it alone. You get to have support. Humans crave support. We want connection. Everything feels better when we allow ourselves to be supported and seen and witnessed. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that you are loving tapping as much as I do, and that you will continue to give it a chance and come to me if you'd like to do any deeper work.